Hi, this is Kenneth,
Hi, Antony here.
and this is going to be the first of some bi-weekly product updates that we're going to be doing on ARealm. So I guess to kick things off with, Anthony, do you want to talk about like what we've been working on?
Yeah, since this is kind of the first of this video series, it'll be good to kind of recap on exactly, kind of our mission and our goal. Our main goal is to use augmented reality technology to bring really cool new types of RPG experiences to players. And so, with our newest product, it is beginning as a mobile game where people can explore their world similar to Pokemon Go, but they can do a couple more things in addition to what you could do in Pokemon Go, which is just collecting Pokemon. In our game, you'll be able to play an RPG game on your mobile device that is kind of overlaid onto the real world. And then there's another aspect, which is using the most high tech AR and going out into the real world and seeing those monsters in actual locations and see them interact with the buildings, the statues, the environments in real life. And that kind of is foreshadowing what our long term vision is, which is we envision a world where we can create a really cool adventure that exists in the real world and it'll look really cool because of AR tech helping us overlay that on top of the world.
Do you want me to share one of the clips now, or wait a
Yeah,
little bit?
let's share the clip from Lightship Summit. I think it's the second video.
Sure.
Okay, so this is a early demo of our game, and I'm gonna kind of scrub through some parts here. That is one of our NPC characters that you interact with, but I want to kind of get to the gameplay. So this is kind of really early ideas. So this is the ARealm world, and right now it's still pretty sparse, but when the world is fully built out, you're going to see yourself where you're at. So, this is going to be like my home. And I'm going to see all of our favorite RPG interactions on this map. You're going to be able to collect resources, battle with monsters, find a blacksmith, craft items, and find dungeons, and find puzzles. And we want to bring in all those really cool RPG gameplay that we love and start to think about it in a new way where it actually exists in our real world. So here you kind of see this first interaction where I'm going to go mine resources. So I find this area where we can kind of mine these valuable gems. And so you mine this in augmented reality space. A key thing that I do want to mention that the AR aspect will be kind of a small part of our game, but we do see it being um, uh, very important in the long run. So after you kind of mine these gems, you can take it to this uh, blacksmith area where you can trade it for really cool items. And then you'll level up your character and then find bosses on the map. Here we demoed a Kraken type character where the Kraken comes into our world through this portal. The ARealm story is about monsters interacting with our world through portals and then battling this monster in augmented reality space. I'm going to just scrub through some of the gameplay here. We have a cool part here where we start to place dragons and castles in the real world. So here's a part where one of our main character dragons comes through the portal to kind of help you battle the Kraken. And again, the AR tech is really cool because it's really accurate, really immersive. You can see this dragon coming into the space as if it's really there. And then here it starts to help you battle this Kraken character. And so that's pretty much some early demos of the AR portion. I think in the next couple of weeks, you'll see some of the mobile gameplay aspects of our game. We're really excited to share that as well.
Awesome. And with regards to kind of where we're at product-wise and what we've been working on specifically the past 2 weeks, anything exciting that you think is worth mentioning? If not, happy to lead the conversation here too.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's like it might not be exciting to the average person, but for our development team, it's pretty exciting. We're getting our character system fully built out so that after you battle a monster, you can go into your character, your character creator, level it up, equip items. That stuff actually takes quite a long time to develop to make work, but it looks like we're pretty close to having the first version done. So in our demo, you kind of notice we kind of skipped over the character inventory and leveling system, but we have that in place. So after you collect these stones or you kind of buy the sword, you'll be able to go into your character sheet and kind of make those adjustments, because I think that's probably one of the most exciting things about a RPG, like getting that loot and then seeing yourself level up and having cooler armor and seeing that you got a new type of skill to use against the next monster. That stuff is really exciting. So that system is very close to being done. So we're pretty excited about that.
I'll also mention that concurrently we're introducing the first draft of our lore. It's on our Discord channel, and something that we're going to be trying to do that's a little different from other gaming companies is we're going to be trying to build our lore in conjunction with our community. Our existing community has a lot of game masters and dungeon masters, and we think that they can really help us. And if you have an interest in role-playing games or fantasy stories, would love to hear your feedback there too. Another thing I want to quickly mention is our kind of AR house demo. Did you want to feature it for this video quickly to wrap things up?
Yeah, sure. We can show that as well. It's very similar to the other demo, but we were able to do something a little more special here. With some of this AR, the reason why it's, for us, we think it's at a turning point is that we're doing very hyper-specific AR now. So previously, if you've seen AR demos, monsters, you kind of click random spots for them to pop up. But now we can have this Kraken monster be in the pool. We can have things jump on top of trees, and it's going to look like it's interacting with the tree, because of this new technology that gives us augmented reality persistence, meaning it exists where we want it to exist within a centimeter of accuracy. So before, that accuracy would maybe be like, I don't know, anywhere from like a foot to maybe a meter. So you can imagine if I wanted a monster to jump on top of a table, if it's off by a meter, it could be floating, and that's just not, that breaks the experience. It doesn't look cool. But now we can have that monster jump exactly on that table. We can have these interactions around rocks and environmental elements that exist in the real world, and it's going to look correct, where that monster could pick up maybe the rock, digitally, and it'll look like it's actually doing it instead of, off to the side or whatever. So this is a pretty new thing with augmented reality, which we think is going to be very important to build out this kind of real world RPG game.
And we'll be wrapping up this week. See you guys in another 2 weeks. Bye.
All right, you guys.